If we talk about yogic management, these are some prominent exercises that we use. We are going to practice this at the end of our PPT. This is just for your visibility for now. Now you will just take your thumb left. Keep taking it left to the extreme end. I am doing it fast, but you don't have to do it. आज हम बात कर रहे हैं आई हेल्थ एंड इट्स मैनेजमेंट का. स्टार्ट करने से पहले एक important चीज कि this presentation is only for knowledge purposes. See, I am not a eye specialist. I am not a doctor, so I am not going to give any medical advices. So currently, if you are facing any medical issue which is related to an eye, it is highly recommended that you consult to a doctor first. Okay. Now, आज हम लोग we are mostly going to cover and talk about these topics, which is eye and their relation with stress. Okay. There have been some studies done, and we'll talk about yoga with some scientific research and what does scientific research say. And we are going to talk about yogic management, and then we'll do some practical. Okay. So be attentive with the presentation. I might ask some questions, which is going to be for your benefit only. Okay. So let's begin with the first slide. So why eye health is important to begin with. Now, I have written 3 points. I can write multiple points to be honest, but then there is something called macrovascular degeneration and glaucoma. So if we are aware about our eye health, we can actually avoid these conditions which are really prominent in these days. Now, the second point is optic nerve connects your eyes and your brain. So if we are keeping a tab on our eye health, it keeps our optic nerve healthy, and it's very simple. Optic nerve is one nerve which connects eyes and brains. So if our eyes are not functioning properly, it disrupts optic nerve, which gives bad feedback to your brain. Now, improved athletic ability, better driving skills, improved learning and comprehension. That is why we should cater to our eye health. Now, what can damage eyes? It's very prominent. Spending too much time in front of a screen, smoking. Generally, you must have seen that some people rub their eyes whenever they get an itch. It really damages their eye. And not getting enough sleep. These are some prominent factors how eye can be damaged. So, why are we talking about this presentation is because of this specific condition which is called eye strain. And in current terminology, we generally call it as computer vision syndrome as well. Okay. Now, how do we know that we are facing with an eye strain? Sometimes you will feel a lot of headaches. Okay. Probably you might face some blurry vision. Now, there can be some irritation in the eyes. You might feel the redness in the eye or dry eyes. And it's very surprising that your excessive eye strain can actually cause pain in your neck, shoulders, and back as well, which is really surprising. Now, if we talk about eye and its relation with stress. So basically, stress triggers two specific hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. Okay. These are mostly your fight and flight hormones. Okay, so I've given you these examples as well. Adrenaline, whenever it's secreted too much, it widens your pupils for threat detection. So for example, if we are facing a threat, our pupils have to widen in order to properly gauge to that threat. If we are taking a lot of stress, these secretions of cortisol and adrenaline will be really high. And if it keeps happening again and again, what it can do to your body is, it can elevate eye pressure, which can again damage your optic nerve. And if your optic nerve gets damaged, as we discussed in the last slide as well, that it can disrupt your brain function. Now, stress can develop sensitivity to light, feeling a lot of anxiety. You want to turn off the lights. A lot of times you will see a lot of people complain that the same bulb is pinching their eyes. So if it keeps happening again and again, you can develop a photophobia. You must have also seen a lot of people twitch their eyes. It's a very common symptom that you have a lot of stress in your body. And very dry and wet eyes is really common if you're taking a lot of stress. So what basically they are trying to say here is, if there are something called yoga ocular exercises, if we continuously do them, it can basically affect the ocular muscle efficiency. So as you know, our body is surrounded with almost 600 to 650 muscles. Okay. And then as we train our biceps, as we train our legs, as we train our core, eye also is surrounded with a lot of muscles. If we are not training it, we are actually weakening it. So diet plays a very key role in your eye health. Okay, so specifically vitamin A, zinc, omega-3, vitamin C and E. These are wonderful sources which are really essential for your good eye health. Green vegetables, carrots, apples, pumpkin, sweet potato, nuts, beans and citrus fruits. These specifically affect your eye health. Now, if we talk about yogic management, these are some prominent exercises that we use. We are going to practice this at the end of our PPT. This is just for your visibility for now. First exercise is side to side movement of the eyes. Second exercise is up and down movement of the eyes. Then it's a sideways diagonal movement of the eyes. Then it's the rotation of the eyes. Then it's nose tip gazing. It's a very famous mudra as well in yoga that we use. And the next technique is blinking. Now there is this very famous rule called 20-20-20 rule. Okay, that you have to follow for good eye health. What does it say is, for every 20 minutes, you should look towards an object which is at least around 20 feet away from you for 20 seconds. For example, so if you are working on a laptop, I think a lot of you work on your screen. So it's very important for you that you set a timer for 20 minutes. So every 20 minutes afterwards, just pick an object which is not a screen and you have to look at that object. That object should be a little far. So it's roughly around 20 feet. So it should be roughly enough far for you. And for at least 20 seconds, you have to look at that object. This is what 20-20-20 rule is. Okay. Now there is a very famous technique called trataka. Okay. What is a trataka? Trataka is basically basically a yogic management of eyes. So you basically have to take a candle, okay, and then after taking a candle, you have to sit comfortably in any posture, which is of your choice, okay. Then you have to stare at the flame of the candle, okay. Now the candle should be at least around 2 to 2.5 feet away from you. The height of the candle should be around the nose, around your nose. Height should be there, okay. Now you have to keep gazing the candle till you get your eyes a little wet or teary, okay. But you have to remember that don't overstrain your eyes. One very important thing is that don't prescribe tratak, especially tratak with the candle to the people who are under 12. So if you are making your kids do this is not recommended for kids, those who are under 12, okay. And you have to always open your eyes. For example, I am looking at a flame, now my eyes are wet, okay. So we always open our eyes by palming. We rub our hands and we place it on the eyes. That's how we open our eyes. Now question for you guys. So how many exercises did I tell? Anyone can open their mic and then tell me how many exercises did I prescribe in our last slide. Pratyush ji, can you tell? Wonderful, very good, yes, wonderful. So since what age can we start tratak? Wonderful, perfect. Any 3 foods which are good for your eye? Wonderful guys, wonderful. Anyone who can describe 20-20-20 rule? Tell me. Wonderful. Okay, so one bounce question. Can you name any one vegetarian omega-3 food? Because we know omega-3 fatty acids is really good for your body, but a lot of you don't eat non-vegetarian food, and non-vegetarian food has a lot of omega. For example, fish has abundance of omega. But what do vegetarians do? Wonderful. Mrinal, who answered this? Good. Very good. So generally you guys will see, for most of the people, I have prescribed flaxseed and chia seeds in your diet. This is the reason, okay. Why? Now flax seeds has nothing to do with your people's transformation, okay. But then I always believe that your transformation, your body is as long as good as it supports you, okay. So when we are doing a holistic transformation, it's very important to inculcate some omega-3 fatty acids, okay. That's why I give most of you some sort of chia seeds or flaxseed in your diet, which is actually really important, okay guys. So presentation was this much. I'll just close my presentation and then we are going to do some exercises together, and then so what you have to do is you have to take your thumb in this direction, okay. You have to take your thumb like this. Your elbow should be slight bend. It should not be very straight, okay. It should not be completely like this. Just ignore that thumbs up, okay. So you have to just now just take it right in front of you, okay. So if you are using the right thumb, for example, I'm using the right thumb. Now I'm going to take it to the left, okay, very slowly. Now very important thing is that you don't have to turn your head with the thumb. Your head should remain still, right in front of you. Now you will just take your thumb left. Keep taking it left to the extreme end. I'm doing it fast, but you don't have to do it, okay. Now just take it in the center, bring it down, lift your other hand up and take it on the opposite side. So if it's the right hand, it goes to the left, comes back. If it's the left hand, it goes to the right and comes back, okay. You're going to repeat this at least for 5 times left, 5 times right. Now just see a difference. Shivam, what you are doing is you are just rotating your hand like this. Your hand is always straight, it's slight bend and it goes in this direction only. It should not go like this, okay. It's always straight, a light bend, okay. Wonderful. And you have to do it very slow. So if I am not showing it on the video, if I'll do it, at least I'll take 15 seconds to go to the left and 15 seconds to come to the right, okay. Now the next is palming. Palming is very important. We are going to mix 2-3 movements in one exercise. It is called Netra Shakti Vikasak. That is something we use in yoga, okay. But just remember, you should not have any cervical issue. If you have any cervical issue, you're not going to do it, okay. So what you have to do is you have to take your head back, okay, comfortably back. First just see, don't do anything, and you have to take your eyes into the eyebrow center. So eyebrow center, if you will take your eyes, it will look like this. I don't know if you can see or not, but tell me, can you see? Okay, the eyebrow center goes like this, okay, and you have to take your head up and then you have to look it in the eyebrow center and you have to hold this position, okay. Once your eyes are watery, now what you are going to do is you are going to close your eyes here, bring your head down, then you're going to do palming. You're going to rub your palms, okay. I see a lot of people, when I say them palming, what they do is they keep rubbing their entire hand. These are your palms. You rub them thoroughly. If you rub them thoroughly and if you keep rubbing them for 10-15 seconds, these get hot, okay, and then you apply this. Gently, you make a cup and apply them. Don't apply the palm on the eye. It can damage your eye, okay. You have to make a cup. Always make a cup and then apply. The heat we want on your eyes, okay. So palming also is one technique. Probably if you are sitting in your office, you can do palming at least thrice, okay. You rub your palms thoroughly, keep your eyes closed, then do palming, rub it and keep it. At least repeat it thrice. Now we have mixed 2 things in this. One exercise is looking into the eyebrow center, okay, and then palming. So you are going to take your head head back, look it into the center, and then do the palming when your eyes are watery. Now we are going to practice once up and down. So up and down is basically simple. We take our eyes up, we take our eyes down. Okay, 10 movements of up and down, 10 movements of right and left. Right? Okay, right and left. Now diagonal is from this side to this side and this side to this side. Okay, I'll take my eyes up and take my eyes down. Up this side and this side. Up this side and down. Up this side and diagonal. And same up this side and diagonal this side. So let's make a small routine of it. 10 times up and down, 10 times right and left, 10 times diagonal from this side, 10 times diagonal from this side. Okay, when we are going back, we are doing with the palming 3 times. This we are doing at least 2 times. Okay, this is basically a routine for you for 10 minutes. Now last exercise is rotating your eye. Okay, so we basically, like we make a circle with our neck, we are going to make a circle with our eyes like this, clockwise and anti-clockwise. The only thing you have to see is when you are making the circle, you are taking the outer part, exactly the outer part. Okay, and try to open your eyes as much as you can. So I can do it like this as well normally, and I can open my eyes. Try to open your eyes maximum and then do it. Okay, now this is a small routine for you guys to practice daily. If you keep doing it daily, then you will see that your eyes have really improved. Okay, हम योगा में क्या कहते हैं कि आहार का एक कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. आहार मतलब हम लोग क्या समझते हैं हिंदी में, थिंग वी ईट. योगा क्या बोलता है, जो हम देखते हैं, सुनते हैं और खाते हैं, ये तीनों हमारा आहार होता है. ठीक है, सो आजकल लोग क्या करते हैं, बिकॉज आईज जो है हमारा वो फर्स्ट सेंस ऑफ परसेप्शन होता है. बेसिकली वी हैव 5 सेंसेस ऑफ परसेप्शन. ओके, आई इज द फर्स्ट सेंस ऑफ परसेप्शन जो डायरेक्टली ब्रेन के सबसे पास है आपके. ठीक है, सो आप जो भी देखते हैं वो माइंड में फटाफट रजिस्टर होता है. तो इस ऑर्गन का अच्छा काम करना इज एक्चुअली मोस्ट क्रूशियल, और यही एक ऐसा ऑर्गन है जिसको हम ओवर अब्यूज करते हैं आजकल के टाइम में सबसे ज्यादा. सो अगर ये चीज में आपके टेंशन है ना, दिस इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ टेंशन इन योर ब्रेन इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट टेंशन इन योर होल बॉडी.